Hello everybody and welcome to another MX Bikes video, and welcome to round 8 of the DDC Supercross Series, New Orleans. Now I'm going to show you guys Moto 1 today, and this is one of the most unique motos I've ever done because they ran no E-Road for this race. Okay, this is the first time I've ever seen a pro Supercross race ran with no E-Road. Really my first pro race I've ever seen with no E-Road, and I got to compete in it. And I kind of wish I didn't because, boys, this turned into an absolute hot lap simulator. And if you guys know, the Jan is not a hot lapper. I ended up qualifying 27th out of 30 for this race. I barely even qualified. Now we are on the new settings, so I'm still kind of trying to get used to that. But I just want to show you guys how fast you have to go just to be in the pack in a no E-Road race against pro guys. You have to go so fast, it's insane. Hit some of that like button. Let's get on the gate. Let's see if we can get a top 10 here, boys. See if we can even compete. All right, so we did get a third row gate, which you never want to have that. You just never want to have it. Look at me. I'm one of the only guys in this entire lobby not on a freaking KTM. There was 2 Suzukis. I was on the Yamaha. Everyone else was on KTMs. This field's stacked, though. We have the best NA and EU riders here on the gate, and so I knew I just had to deploy a tactic here to get through. Boys, I was dodging people like the Matrix. What an amazing start. We were P4 here, and then Cam, of course, just goes over the bars. I mean, Cameron, what are we doing? Now, this is a little bit controversial, all right? I did go around the whoops. I didn't be a douche too much. I didn't go full throttle. I was coasting a little bit. I didn't pull a Tom Vial. I pulled a bit of a Hayden Deegan. So, I still salvaged the start a little bit. Wasn't great, though. I mean, it went from, P4, P5 to... I think we're like P7 right now, maybe P8. But we also got 3 seconds of cuts, so I had to get penalized pretty heavy for cutting those whoops. It is what it is, though. Now I just needed to kind of, get in a position, and I knew the start was everything in this race. Like, if you get a bad start with no E-Road, you're done. Like, there's nothing you can do. Unless you're one of the fastest players in the game, and you make no mistakes when you're trying to pass people, you're just cooked with a bad start. So this honestly wasn't too bad. I was just trying not to go down the first lap. I'm just trying to stay up for a few laps, get into position. You can see I'm trying to be aggressive, making some passes. I didn't know where my pace was really going to stack up. I mean, I knew I qualified really low, but that usually doesn't matter because I kind of always do that. But yeah, we're up to, it looks like P7, I think, something like that. So I'm just trying to stay consistent, see if I can follow some of these faster guys and maybe finish in the top 10 here. I don't know. A little over 3 minutes into the moto. I was feeling really good. We're in P7. The cuts we're showing, though, they're on max HUD, so it says I'm in P10, but we're actually P7 on track. Well, not anymore. Now we're P8, and then I think we get past again here, so now we're back to P9. That's how quickly it happens. One little mistake in the whoops, and you're getting passed, and so already you're starting to see, like, we're almost 4 minutes in, and everyone is just going as fast as they can. Like, there's nothing on the track that's slowing anyone down. There's nothing that's technical. Everything is just wide, stinking open. And I mean, listen, I'm sitting here looking at the time and I'm like, I gotta do this for 16 more minutes. I have to go as fast as I can for 16 more minutes. Like, bro, I was low-key losing my mind. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I don't even remember the last time I've done an all-out, like, 20-minute moto, you know? Like, usually in these races, I can just depend on the fact the track's gonna get a little bit tougher, and so I can kind of just relax and worry more about consistency, but not this race. You gotta go as fast as you can just to stay in the top 10. You better have some perfect laps or you're done. You're out. You're top 20. You're not even top 20. You're in 25th. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just trying to hang with these dudes. I'm like, all right. I mean, I'm doing fine so far. We just can't make any mistakes. I do overjump this quad in, which then enables me to case that. I do save it though, so kudos to me for staying up. But now that sends us back to P10 on track, so in one lap, we lose 3 positions. Not ideal. Got a lot of time left in this race, so we just gotta take advantage of it and just keep sending it, boys. As you guys can see, I was really struggling in the whoops, and you cannot do that on a track with 2 whoop sections. I was probably losing a second a lap minimum in the whoop section every single lap. I mean, there's 2 whoop sections, right? So if you're struggling in the whoops, especially against a pack full of KTMs that are wheeling through half the whoop section every lap, I was at a huge disadvantage there. So I don't know if it's a Yamaha thing. I don't know if it's a me thing. I mean, I felt good in qualifying, so I don't know what changed between then and the race. A part of me thinks I didn't put my setup on during this race. I don't know. I can't confirm that because I didn't check afterwards. But watching this footage back, I just don't know what was going on in the whoops. But that was a huge part of this race, and you're going to kind of see that going forward, that you can't mess up, man. I mean, you can't mess up in general, but messing up in the whoops is unacceptable because the whoops in this game really aren't that hard most of the time. So I'm in a good spot though. I'm still feeling good. I'm still going really fast. I'm proud of my consistency with manual sit, and I'm just looking to keep it going. So let's see if we can do it. guys can see here, I make the pass for P7. All right, it was a little bit sketchy, kind of hits me there, and then it's a drag race through the whoops, which I don't know how he didn't win. I don't know if he like ran into me or what the hell's going on, but I got him. Now I'm P7 on track. I'm kind of barking now. I mean, I do have 2 good whoops runs in a row, which I don't know if that's like the last time I hit the whoops clean like that in this race, but I think it might have been. But yeah, I'm feeling really good. P7 again. I worked back up. Now have basically just clear track in front of me. We have 9 minutes left in this race. So I told myself if I can get in a good spot with, 10 minutes to go, I should be fine. But it really comes down to, can I keep my pace up? It's more than just consistency now. It's, can I keep going fast? I usually struggle with that because I'm so used to relying on the consistency side when the E-road comes in. But when there's no E-road, you can't rely on that anymore because everyone else is getting faster. So if you're not getting faster too, you're just going to get caught. So, I mean, listen, man, the Jan was thinking to himself, I got to turn the afterburners on, okay? I got to be a little bit fast here. I got to be a little bit different. And I was doing it. I was doing good. I was feeling nice. I was feeling spunky. I'm hitting the rhythms. I'm jumping into corners. My cornering felt so good, dude. I can't even explain it. I'm getting a lot better at cornering, and I'm only going to get better going forward. But as I said earlier with the whoops, you just can't. You can't not be able to hit the whoops. In one corner, all right, I lose 4 positions, dude. Or look at this. I lost 4. I went from 7th to 11th in one corner because my goddamn Yamaha could not go through the whoops, bro. What did I do wrong on that whoop section? I felt great through the whoops. All through qualifying, all through practice. I just kept fishtailing it. I don't know why. I don't know what I was doing. I feel like I'm always pretty good in the whoopies. Today I wasn't good in the whoopies, and clearly it costed me, but it's not over. We still got the pack of 4 in front of us. P7's still right there. We just need to keep our eye on the prize. 7 minutes to go. Come on, baby. We can still get her done. All right, maybe we can't get her done. I don't know what the hell I was trying to do there. That was one of the most brain-dead decisions I've probably ever made in a while. Look at this. I mean, what a just glorious whoops run. One of the best whoops run, actually, of all time. We're still okay, though. Still okay. We're still in contention. We've kind of lost touch with the pack in front of us. We do have a group somewhat close behind, but we still have 6.5 minutes left. I know that lappers are probably going to start coming into play at some point for some of the leader guys, so maybe that pushes them back a little bit. It's not over. It's looking kind of grim right now, though. It's looking kind of grim, but we just got to lock back in, and we got to just go for it, boys. We gotta find a way. Boys, I was literally fighting for my life in the whoops. Oh my god, I was fighting for my life. Oh my god. I can't even watch. Bro, watching this back is actually insane. I've never in my entire life playing this game struggled with whoops so much in my life. I don't know if I can ever get on the Yamaha again. I don't know if I could ever do it. I've never. I mean, that whoop section has like 10 whoops in it. That one's the short one. And I was getting fishtaily. I was getting a little fishy, a little flopper fishy. Like, what is going on, dude? I was like, what the? I'm pretty sure I didn't put my setup on before this race because my setup does not do that, all right? Shout out to SPX, you know what I'm saying? They always get me through the whoops nice and clean. I don't know what was going on, man. I was losing my mind, though. But top 10 it's still on the horizon. But then, of course, the Jan always finds a way to make it interesting. And 2 more people get around me, so I'm even more angry at this point. But, I mean, listen, Boardman was like a P5 qual. Dude was barking, so I'm like, all right, like, this dude's one of the fast players in the lobby. Let me just follow him. And I guess we'll just see what happens, boys. You gotta stay tuned. This moment sucked, I'm not gonna lie. I was already in the air before he cased it, so there's really nothing I could do. I tried to go under him, which I've actually done before. Like, sometimes people case stuff and they'll Poboso bounce over you. That didn't work that time, so lost another position there. But, I mean, I don't know if top 10 was still in reach at this point. I was definitely just trying to be, like, at least top 12, you know? I still had the 3 seconds of cuts, so I knew that I couldn't let, like, a group of guys catch me, or they're all gonna beat me on the finish line. So, just needed to kind of calm down, because I was definitely a bit mad. You know, the last 5 minutes of the race, I basically went from, you know, P7 all the way to, yeah, P13 now. So not a great, you know, series of events, but it all starts with the whoops. And I still, to this day, to this moment, don't understand why I couldn't hit him. I personally believe I didn't put my setup on, but maybe that's just cope, and maybe I just suck at hitting whoops. I don't know. I'm usually pretty good at hitting them, though. So got a few more laps left in this race. It's not over, and, you know, the Jan never gives up. So we just got to send it, and who knows? Maybe we can still get a top 10. I mean, you never know, dude. You just never know. right, so coming around here for the last lap. We're kind of just in a battle for P13 at this point. I do have those 3 seconds of cuts. I was a little bit worried that I'd probably finish a little bit farther back, but I think overall this race was just not very good. I still don't know if I had my setup on or not, but I don't know. I just couldn't hit the whoops, so I'd be blaming it on that. I think I probably would have got a top 10 if I was clean through the whoops every lap and had that speed, because even on my good runs, like, I feel like I was just losing a ton of time. So that's one of the great things about the Suzuki. It's one of the reasons that I like it in Supercross, is it's just very consistent and fast in the whoops, and it's also good at just like avoiding crashing. You can case jumps on the Suzuki and be just fine, so might have to hop back onto that. I don't know for sure. I know there's a new OEM update coming soon, so a lot of questions coming into A1, but I'm getting very comfortable on manual sit, so I'm really happy with that, and I'm happy with my corner speed. So just got to keep working on the consistency, and hope this kind of showed you guys the speeds of the pro class nowadays. I mean, this is a combination of, you know, NA and the EU guys, so you're really seeing the fastest guys in the game, and it's tough. It's tough to keep up, you know? I mean, you really just can't make any mistakes, but I think no E-Road, it doesn't really have a place in the pro series, in my opinion. I don't think there's ever be a pro race with no E-Road. You need the skill gap. You know, the track needs to be tough to get around. I think this race is just hot lapping, you know, and it gives guys like me no chance, because I'm not a hot lapper. And if hot lapping was what Supercross is about, you know, in real life and stuff, then Jet Lawrence would just win every single round. But he didn't do that last year. And it's because Supercross is about finesse. It's about being smooth and kind of picking your way around the track. And I feel like hopefully we get that for the aerial series. I know this series is more meant for, you know, faster tracks, bigger lines, you know, more of that flow style. So I hope aerial is more of that tight, technical, you know, legit Supercross type of riding, because that's more my style. That's what I have fun doing. So yeah, no E-Road is it's a big thumbs down for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's something like it, I'll see you guys later.